Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 74 of my Leeds United Corrode. Now in today's episode we're going to be continuing on with the summer transfer window. We've just got ourselves into August here and we're hopefully going to be signing some more new players. As you can see, I've made some signings here. Iheanacho came in the previous episode along with Dyer, Coman and Mane. So we've made some decent signings, but we've still got around 15 million to spend. We've also got a couple of bids that have been placed for Redmond, Olivieri and Seppi, who is one of the free agents that I was looking at. All of those should hopefully be completed in this episode. Before we get into the episode, if we could go hit 25 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and that'll be greatly appreciated. Let's move on to this game. We are actually going to play this Champions Trophy game, the semi-final against Galatasaray, because it's such a big rivalry, probably more than a rivalry to be honest. We are going to play the match, hopefully get ourselves a result to get into the final, and we are, I think, going to go with this team to be honest. I want to try out some of my new players that I've signed and see where we still need to strengthen. So I think it's looking pretty decent. I might move Iheanacho just slightly closer to Berahino, and I think that is the team I'll go with. I've started Gomez at right back, just thought I'd try him out there. There are a few big names missing out here. Let's get on with the game against Galatasaray. Hopefully get ourselves a decent result. Obviously a win would give us some more money as well, but we'll wait and see how we go. Quite a slow start to this game. We are 10 minutes in, still 0-0. We haven't really had any chances. They haven't had any chances themselves. They're just one on target. But it's not been a particularly exciting start to the game. It has very much felt like a friendly. Not seen anything of Iheanacho really so far. And not seen anything of my new players in particular at all. Coman's the only one that's really got on the ball and got himself a booking. So we've not had any outstanding performances so far. We've also got Eric Dyer, I think, playing at centre-back as well, which I'm going to keep an eye on. Mane winning it back here. He just seems to be doing quite well, actually, Mane, at winning things back. Certainly getting more involved than the other wingers that I've had in the past. So it does look promising. He just needs to get on the ball a little bit more. But certainly it does seem like he can do something when he gets on the ball. Oh, Ramirez has won it back. Trying to play it through to Berahino. I think it might be offside, this one. Oh, no, it's not. 1-0. I'm sure he was offside there, Berahino. 41 minutes in. The pass got way delayed, much longer than I wanted it to. But anyway, we managed to split part the defence, and I'm sure that's offside. But we'll take it. 1-0 up, 41 minutes in. And at the moment, we're heading into the final of the Champions Trophy. Decent finish from Berahino, and I think that might well have been Iheanacho that put the ball through, but I could be wrong. That is it for the first half. Still in the game 1-0. We're actually going to make some changes now, because it's important in the friendlies to try and rotate the team, see what sort of players you have available to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to 2 up front, and they said 4 up front then. Won't be going to 4 up front just yet. We're going to go to 2 up front. Iheanacho will play on the left-hand side of striker with Berahino on the right-hand side. And then what we're going to do with them is we're going to tell Iheanacho to get in behind and tell Berahino to play as the target man. I know he's not really a target man, but I want him to come short a little bit, and hopefully that'll do that. I'm also tempted to make some actual changes, but I think we're going to bring on this right back here, take off Gomez, who's had a very quiet game, but I just want to check out this right back that I've recently signed. He can also play centre back, but he's not the tallest, so I'll leave him at right back for now. And I might bring on Rossetti at some point. I think I'll actually bring on now. Jack Bullen's not had loads to do. And I think the final player is actually going to be Callum Wilson to come on. I think maybe Vardy at some point, but we'll leave it for now. Berahino looking for Ramirez. Now then, can we find Iheanacho? We have done with the pass. Iheanacho's had a quiet game for us. Trying to get on his left foot. Iheanacho gets blocked in the end. And I was just thinking, I might not necessarily bring on Vardy or Callum Wilson. I've got a feeling that Kingsley Coman should get a go up front for a little bit. So I'll give him a go, maybe in like 10 minutes time, something like that, when I rotate it round again. We'll have to wait and see, because I might actually bring on Lewis Cook or Calvin Phillips. Got a corner here though. Bridcut's up there. And he was never really going to win that one against their defender. Iheanacho to turn and shoot, and what a goal. Didn't even finesse it. I kind of got a bit lucky there, I think. A bit of a fluky shot from Iheanacho. But it goes in. Fantastic strike from him as it fell to him. That's what you pay £17 million for. Saying that though, he has had a very quiet game. But he does make it 2-0. And at 55 minutes into the game, very good finish. That's exactly why I bought him and wanted him to get us some more goals. And look at that, he just turns his man. And what a strike into the top left-hand corner on his left foot. Fantastic finish, 2-0. This 2 up front seems to have worked really well so far. It looks like we're doing so much better on the attack. Mane on the attack here, and he makes it 3-0 straight from kick-off. Mane with the goal, fantastic finish from him. He looks really good as well, actually. Completely different to the wingers that I've had before. He wants to score goals, he wants to get on the ball, and look at that, runs into the space, and it's a brilliant finish from Mane. Really happy with that signing as well. 3-0, fantastic finish. Okay, the time has come for some more changes. We are going to take off Berahino, put Coman up front, and I think on the left-hand side we'll have to go with... Oh god, I don't have too much choice here. I'm just going to change things around, I think maybe with the formation as well, back once I've done that. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I've gone back to this sort of formation, which I've played quite a lot of the time. We've got Ramirez and Bridcut and CDM. We've got Iheanacho on the left-hand side, Calvin Phillips at centre attacking mid with Mane on the right-hand side. We'll try and get him playing as much of a winger as possible. I'm also tempted to play him down the middle at some point. I might have to do that in another game, because he could be quite good down the middle. We've also got Kingsley Coman up front though, that is the main thing that I want to change. 30 minutes left, and hopefully we can get some more goals. Or concede a goal 1 minute later. What a ball in, what a header. Into the goal, 3-1. What a ball in that was. I kind of had a feeling to be honest it was going in as soon as I slid in here with Eric Dyer. And obviously we missed the header there, but as soon as I slid in, I just had a feeling it was going in. And it has. It's gone past Rossetti. Defensively, I mean, who's to blame there? Bailey should be in a better position. The right back there's a reason why I'm not playing him centre back, because he can't win headers like that. But it was just a good goal. I think you got to put your hands up there and just say it was a good goal. Sadly, we don't get the clean sheet, but we are still looking pretty likely to go through into the next round, so it's not a problem at the moment. Calvin Phillips looking for Kingsley Coman with the through ball. Just going to test out how good Kingsley Coman is. On his favoured right foot, makes it 4-1. That's what I was after. We now have so many attacking options, which is brilliant, because we didn't really have that before. Coman, who will probably play as a left mid to be honest most of the time, I put him up front, and he's going to got ourselves a goal. Fantastic finish, and that is now 4-1. Bearing in mind, we still have another striker to add. We've got Oliveira, I think is how you pronounce his name, to add into the team as well, once he accepts the contract. So, we've got more players coming in as well, which is brilliant news. I've just realised something incredible. This is a friendly, isn't it? Oh my days, I forgot you can make more than 3 changes now, can't you? I think, is it all the changes you can make? I can't remember now. I don't do it very often, to be honest. I've just realised you can make more than 3 changes. Wow, how delayed is that? There's only 12 minutes left, but we are going to make some more changes. I just suddenly thought then in game, Bridcut's going to come off, and we are going to bring on Lewis Cook. We're also going to bring on Callum Wilson if we can, because I'm not too sure exactly how many subs you can make. We will take off Iheanacho and put Cohen back onto the left-hand side. And can we do any more changes? Can you literally make as many as you want? Yep, Kangolo's going to play at left back now, and I think that might well be it. I might bring on Vardy if you can. Yep, you can bring everyone on by the looks of it. Again, like I said, I don't usually do this too often in friendlies, so that's why I don't know. But Vardy, I think, will come on the right-hand side. We'll give him a go there. Mane will move on to the left and see how he gets on. So I have taken off Kingsley Coman just to rest him before the final. And they've gone and made it 4-2. So as soon as I might try and make any changes, they go and score, don't they? In the 80th minute, 4-2. And they are still 2 goals behind, obviously. But it has been quite a big scoreline, this one. I don't know what's happened to us. We've scored 4 goals, and they've got 2. It's been very bizarre. But they have just put in a decent cross yet again. And it's finished quite comfortably off the bar in the end. Again, don't really know what's happening with the defence there. But that is the reason why I've had to change it up a little bit. Let's try and end the game and not concede any more goals. 10 minutes left. Oh, Wilson's won it back. That's brilliant from Callum Wilson. Not seen him do that too many times since joining us. He is on the way out by the looks of it as well here, Callum Wilson. And, yeah, not the greatest ball in. Wilson. Oh, that's why he's on the way out. Oh, Vardy. Vardy penalty, must be. It is, it's a penalty. What on earth was that? Their defence is awful. Vardy wins as a penalty, and we will take this with Callum Wilson, who is probably on the way out of the club. But this could be a goodbye goal if he does score it. Into the top right, hopefully. What the hell have I done there? How have I managed that? I never miss penalties. What? I didn't even push up that much, to be honest. I don't know how I've missed that. But yeah, that's probably why Callum Wilson's on the way out, if he can't even score a penalty. Ugh. Well played, what a challenge. Pick out Callum Wilson with the ball through. Callum Wilson, could he get a goal after missing the penalty? Oh, no. That's 85 finishing for you. 85 finishing and he does that. I just can't score with him. I think I've only scored like 2 goals with Callum Wilson. Oh my days. What is going on? Thank God he's leaving. We should be like 6-2 up here. We finished the game anyway. It's finished 4-2. But what is Callum Wilson doing? Oh my days. Any other player on the pitch I think would have scored that. Even the keeper. But we got ourselves into the final. That's the main thing. Not the greatest amount of possession or shots on target. 3 shots on target, 4 goals. That makes sense. And we will be playing Lazio or Tigres, one of the two. It looks like Tigres in the final, so that should be quite good. Hopefully a quite comfortable win that will probably end up simming, to be honest. But now let's focus on some transfers. Sepe wants to join, which is great news. 20 grand a week. He's a right back, 72 overall, and that is the reason why we're going to get him in, because he looks so good. So we'll accept him. That means we've got quite a few right backs now, so we need to decide who we're getting rid of and that sort of thing. Galloway is also not available for the next game. 2 yellow cards. Yeah, he nearly got sent off, never mind a yellow card. It was a very interesting game for him. Transfer offer in here for Jack Butland, 13 million from Feyenoord, 16.5 from Fulham, and the same amount from Roma. Everyone seems to want Jack Butland, but I'm just going to reject the Feyenoord one straight away because, let's be honest, 13 million is a pretty rubbish offer to come in with, considering he has got the most clean sheets this season, or last season I should say. Do I want to get rid of him? He's not grown. He's 81 overall. He's not really gone up that much at all. I maybe need to start training him a bit more. But I'm going to think about it. I'm going to reject it for now, I think. But just who else would I get in? I'd like to have another English keeper if possible. And then the one I can think of, really. Someone like Fraser Forster or Joe Hart. Maybe someone like that. We'll have to wait and see. But Norwich have again said they're not interested in the player that I've included, which is Callum Wilson, unsurprisingly, after that last performance. We are going up to 7 million and Wilson. If they don't go ahead with that, then we'll just have to go with pure cash by the looks of it. And let's move on now to the Tigres game, which we will just be simming, because it should be a comfortable win. Obviously anything can happen on this, and we have won the game 4-0. It was a comfortable win, which is great news. Won the cup, get some more money in, and also getting Nelson Olivier in as well. That means Sabrina's on the way out. Doesn't maximum squad size. How many times? Oh, transfer offer in here for Jack Butland. Go away. If you're not willing to pay enough money, just go. I'm going to reject all offers for now. We are still waiting to just get rid of someone. It's not going to happen at this rate. We are going to quickly just rotate this around. I think we'll take off Lewis Cook and put in Jack Butland. Try and get him growing, because he really hasn't done a lot for us in terms of growth. So let's see how we get on this week. Hopefully get some stats up. Yep, 2 there for the young right back, who looks like he'll probably be going out on loan now after we signed that other right back. It seems like we are signing a lot of players that we maybe don't need to, but it's just so I can upgrade the team as much as possible in many different places on the pitch. But we do have a lot of players that need to go. Look at all these keepers we've got. Why do we have so many keepers? I can actually get rid of some of these, which is good. I don't realize I'll be able to still release it from the contract. So I've just released that one, which I didn't particularly need. So we're now going to sign it, Nelson Oliveira. Get rid of Sabrino, who has been pretty awful since joining. He was just kind of like a squad player, to be honest. And we've got another striker, finally someone with a bit of height and presence up front off the bench, which could be quite good for us. So looking forward to using him as much as possible. Again, though, like I say, he will be on the bench. He's not going to be a starting striker, I would have thought. But it's looking much better now. Our team so much stronger already, which is great news, because we definitely need to do that to try and push for the title. It's quite an exciting time at the moment. We're getting a lot of good players, and we need to try and continue to sign some more players as well to fill out the rest of the squad. Norwich really don't want Callum Wilson. We're going to have to exclude him from the deal and just go with money, because nobody wants him. Unsurprisingly, but nobody wants him. I can't believe it. So we're just going to have to go with Nathan Redmond again. If they choose to reject that one, we'll probably just chuck in another player again, to be honest. We've got a couple more things to quickly just look at before I do end it. I was just quickly scouting this left back that Villa signed, and he seems to be really good. 81 overall, 29 years old. Not someone I'm particularly interested in, I'm just curious. And we do have a bid in there for Vereno, who was the goalkeeper that we're trying to get rid of. So yeah, we'll sell him to Chelsea, 250 grand. I think we should be okay to do that one, to be honest, and we can get him out of the way, because we don't really need him. That is it for the episode. Thank you all for watching. If we could go hit 25 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. As you know, it only takes a second and would be really appreciated. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.